welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. My name is Christina and I'm really happy to see you on my channel. Many of you have been practicing with me for several years and I'm really excited to create this video for you. I think it's time for us to get acquainted more personally, and in this video I would like to share with you my personal story and to tell you about my own journey in yoga, how I became a yoga instructor and other things that I'm interested in. I'm doing this because I want to create more content for you besides yoga. I want to get to know you, my followers. I'd like to know more what you are interested in, what topics are interesting you, what problems you have on a daily basis, and maybe with the information I have or can research for you, I will be able to provide useful content in the future. So I grew up in Belarus. It's a relatively small country in Eastern Europe. It borders Poland, Ukraine, Russia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And I'm happy to know that many of my followers are coming from Poland and all surrounding countries. And but currently I live in USA. I grew up in a village, in a small village, about 1,000 people, residents, and the country where I grew up in is mostly agricultural. There is no big industrial cities, there is no mountains, no access to the sea, so people that do not live in cities and towns are mostly engaged in farming. So I grew up living in a village, seeing all the people around me working on the land. As a little girl, I don't remember myself thinking about a certain profession, but I always knew that I needed to get out of that village. I didn't want to stay there, and it was a really hard type of life at that especially time when the USSR broke up and the economy was really bad. There was not much, and in general in a small village there is not much going on. There is no opportunities, there is no ways for kids to develop their talents, and the life is very limited there. So I always wanted to get out. I always loved to be active and liked all kinds of sports. I liked to play soccer with boys in the yards, in the streets. I loved to run in the forest and like being really active. And at school I played some basketball, I loved ping pong, but there was really nothing else going on. There was no opportunity to do dancing or gymnastics or anything else. And I think if I had this opportunity, maybe I would do more in sports. And learning English was my way out. I studied English and I passed the exams to the linguistic university in the capital, and this is where I studied to be a teacher of English as a foreign language. So when I studied at the university, there was an opportunity to go work and travel in USA, and I took part in that program, and this is when I immigrated to USA. That time of my life was a really difficult time because I moved by myself. I didn't have and still don't have any family besides my husband and my kids. And at that time, fitness, exercising was my main thing to distract myself from thinking bad thoughts, being sad, missing my family and my university. I was trying to focus on the opportunities that living in a new country could give me. Going to the gym and exercising really helped me at that time. Moving to this country meant everything changed. Not only my family was not here, but everything I was used to changed. My food, the environment, the ways, like it was a really big impact on me, and my body wasn't feeling really well because of the food I was eating. And I began researching on why my digestion wasn't working, why I had breakouts, why this and that. And while I was doing the research, I was finding really good sources on information on the diet and how all types of foods were influencing our bodies. So this is when I began focusing on my foods, what I eat, and I was researching a lot in this field. I was raw vegan for a certain period of time. I was vegan, and then I was interested in food combining theory, and it was really long time ago, before it all got trendy like now. So there was not much information, but I was still able to find good sources of information on this subject. If you want me to tell you more on how I eat and what I think about all of this, I can do this in another video. But besides focusing on exercising and my diet, I began looking at different information in terms of personal growth, personal development, esoterics, and similar subjects, and they were really interesting to me. It resonated with me really well. So there were a couple of books that really impacted me at that point in time. One of them was The Ant and the Elephant. Another one that I found is The Science of Getting Rich and the Law of Attraction. And another really important one was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. They really changed my vision on life, what I could accomplish, and what power we have within us. So at the same time I discovered the Power of Now, I took my first yoga class. And when I went to the gym, I never did the machines. I would do the treadmill or the elliptical, and I was scared to go to the floor where all the people went. I was afraid to look stupid or like not knowing what I was doing, or like attract attention. I don't know, it was like a no-go zone for me. But I took classes, group classes in a like separate room, and I was taking like power classes, step classes, but one day I noticed there was a yoga class. It was dark in the room and you could hear calm music and people practicing, but I didn't go. I was scared. I was scared that I don't know anything, that again I would look stupid, not knowing what I'm doing, that everybody will be looking at me, and etc. But one day I decided to give it a try. I noticed there were spare mats, so I thought I don't have to buy a mat, I can give it a try, and then if I like it, I go buy my mat. So I went to take the yoga class, and I really liked it. Nobody was looking at me, everybody was doing their own thing, paying attention to their own practice, and I felt comfortable and I felt really good after the class. I think at that time, when I started practicing yoga, I had the best shavasanas, because right now when I'm teaching you guys or creating classes for you, I can't relax all the way because I have to think about like getting up and finishing the class. But the quality of shavasana was really different at that time. So this is when I began practicing more regularly, and every time I did take a class, I felt more comfortable, I got better, I learned new things, and I really liked the message that the teacher was bringing with yoga. I got really interested in the subject, and I had this itch of learning more, and I wondered, how do you become a teacher, how do you learn more? And one day I asked my teacher, how did she get certified? Like, do you have to go to India for that, or like what do you have to do, or you have to study for a long period of time? And she told me, no, you can take like a certification, like 200-hour certification, and you don't have to go anywhere. You can take a program in your city, your town. And I just asked where she took her certification, and apparently it was in a nearby town. And I was thinking, I was doubting myself. I didn't know if I can do it, if I can be, if I can lead the class and know what to say. But she persuaded me to give it a try, and I listened to her. I listened to my husband that I should try it, and I did my 200-hour certification in 2013 and finished in 2014. And I taught for about a year in the gym where I used to go, but then I got pregnant with my first son, and since then I haven't taught in any studio or gym, and I've been only online yoga teacher and teaching you guys here online on this channel and on Patreon. So my personal practice is not consistent because of the pregnancies, especially with the first one. I didn't know how far I can go, how would it feel, and any consequences, so I was more careful. And my plan to go back to teaching didn't work out because the baby was really gassy, colicky. He didn't sleep much. He was waking up a lot during the day, at night. It was a really hard time, and I couldn't commit to teaching somewhere I knew that I couldn't be relied on at that time. So when the baby grew up a little bit, I was going to do like a little challenge for my friends to get back in shape after the pregnancy, and I tried to like create a group and send them the videos, but then I decided, like, why should only them see those videos? Let me put them on YouTube. And if you go all the way down to my channel, you will see the first videos was the hot for summer, I think it was called challenge, the heat workouts. They are fun and they are hard, but these are the workouts that I did to get back in shape, and I got really toned and strong, and got some weight off during those workouts. After that, I decided to record my first yoga class. I saw that you are liking them. I saw that you're watching them. I loved reading your comments, your feedback, and it was also a way for me to do my own practice. Every time I would practice, I was recording. So my own practice is everything you see on this channel. There were many videos that had bad sound, or something like went wrong, the baby woke up and I didn't finish it. But all the practices that didn't have any issues with quality, I posted them on the channel. So many of you are asking, how am I so strong, so flexible? Everything you see on the channel, if you do all of them, I think you will improve tremendously, and you will get the strength and the flexibility you see in my body. Although I don't promise that 100%. And I got pregnant with the second baby, and I didn't want to stop making the videos for you. This is where you see all the videos with my belly, with the baby in my belly. And I had a little break when the baby was born because, again, it was really hard to commit to shooting regularly, editing. I hardly slept. Nursing at night is a killer. When you don't sleep, you are not functional during the day. The baby is 2 years already, and he started preschool. The older one, the little Batman that you saw in my earlier videos, he is 4 years already, and they go to the same preschool together. And now I'm really excited about continuing this journey of being an online teacher, sharing my knowledge, sharing my passion, learning new things and sharing them with you guys. So I will leave a link in the description and under the video, and if you could please just answer my questions. What topics are interesting to you? Maybe you have some problems, struggles, pains that you can't resolve by yourself. You want some help, you want some advice. Maybe I can help you with that, or direct you into a certain place where you can find the information. You can fill out the form and ask me your private questions, and I either email you directly or I create a video for you. So I hope this video was interesting to you, and learning my story and connecting to me personally, and relating to me personally. Maybe you are in some rural areas in your country, watching me, and you have doubts about your life, what you can accomplish, if you can have more. I assure you, you can do more, you can get anything that you want. You have to create the vision, set up a plan, research, educate yourself, how you can reach your goals. You will get anything you want. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope to see you soon. Comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Follow me on Instagram. Remember to fill out the form to ask me any questions. I love you all, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Namaste. Mwah.